Every entrepreneur has a plan until they get punched in the face. A global lockdown, a competitor opening across the street, or in my case, being over $500,000 in the hole and still not being able to open your salad restaurant. What do you do next? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing today on the next Simple Step podcast. I'm Paul Goldsmith. Thanks for being here. If you missed the previous episode, Turning Delayed Dreams into Reality, the link is in the show notes. I encourage you to check it out. This is part 2 in that drama. So my wife and I signed an agreement 2 years ago to open a Saladworks restaurant in our town of Spring Hill, Tennessee. And we thought it would take a year to get it done. We're 2 years in and we're not open yet. Well, what happened? Well, this is the story. It's a brand new building in a sweet location, major intersection in our town. We're really excited about opening this healthier for you, fast casual restaurant in our community. And the building got delayed and then construction begins last fall. So as the building's going up, we're told, oh, you can begin building out your space. And great, I'm excited. Let's go. So we started building out our space in November. And in January, we get notified by the building contractor that there's been a bit of a dispute between the contractor and the landlord, and I won't get into that. Needless to say, that dispute is ongoing, and so the building contractor has walked off the job and did not finish the building. And so we thought we were going to open in January, and then we were told, well, sometime in February, and then March 1st at the latest, and that time came and went. As of this recording in May, we're still not open. So what happened? Well, the building was nearly done, but the water and the power were not finished up and a few other odds and ends. But the basic shell is there and our space is entirely built out. We were ready to go. Manager hired in February. And when March 1st came and went, we realized that the building is at a standstill. And we can't stand still and continue to employ a manager and also sit on our debt that we acquired building the space out. So what to do? Well, we called an attorney and asked the attorney to reach out to the attorney for the building contractor to work out a deal. Maybe we could compel them to finish the building. We would pay them to do that. No dice. Okay. So out of desperation, I went down to City Hall where the building and codes department is and asked for their advice. And after telling our story and explaining that we just need to finish up the building so we can get open, the codes official agreed to transfer the building permit over to my contractor so we could actually get the building finished. And that was huge. He didn't have to do that. And so very grateful. I've never been more proud of a government official going above and beyond, helping us out. And so then our contractor is so generous because our work was done on our space, but agreed to stay on and help us finish the building so we can get open. And after many more hoops we had to jump through, we were able to get the water turned on and electricity flowing. And so after the power goes on, we plug in the internet that we had installed months prior for the first time, and it didn't go on. But we were told the internet was working. Of course, we couldn't test it out till the power went on, plug it in, nothing. So we call the cable company and they come out, and what we find out is that the competing cable company cut our line to put in their service and sealed it shut. I kid you not. I couldn't make this up. Our cable guy had to get out his drill and open up the foam covering the line. We had to rerun our line underground and reconnect our internet. Unbelievable. And so now we have water and power and internet. And the last big step is the fire alarm system for the building has to be installed, to which we received the news that, oh, we need the detailed floor plan for the entire building, not just our space, but the entire building, for them to be able to put in the fire alarm system. Back down to the building and codes department we go, and a very kind lady at the front desk helped me call another lady in the back office who came out with a printed copy of the building's floor plan, to which we sent to the company, putting in the fire alarm system. And that's where we stand right now. If we cross that hurdle, final inspections, we should be able to open mid-June. That's the story. I'll keep you updated. I'm not holding my breath because Murphy's Law in this case has held true that things we couldn't even imagine could go wrong have. Let this be a cautionary tale to you that entrepreneurism is not for the faint of heart. And truly, the lesson is make sure that you have alternative sources of income, because if I would have quit my other pursuits and only had this, we would have had to given up a long time ago. But this has not been our income, and we have had other sources. And so we've been able to continue to bear expenses for the long haul here as we still try to get this open. And also, in all seriousness, I've said it before, I truly believe it, that everything is figure outable. You just can't back yourself so much into a corner that you don't have margin to be able to look around the corner. And for us, we'd hoped to be open a year ago or 6 months ago or 3 months ago, but we'll be open when we're open. And the location is still prime real estate. So we're excited about that, to be able to serve our community salads and smoothies and have that healthier for you option. But let this be an encouragement to you that I do believe in business, in entrepreneurship, the most important possible trait you could have is perseverance. Don't give up. It's going to be hard. There will be unforeseen circumstances that arise. Create enough margin. It reminds me, I was reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, Be Useful. Highly recommend. It's a great book, but he's got a quote in there that says, there is no plan B. Plan B is to succeed at plan A. And of course, plan A never goes as planned. And so I really appreciate his sense of humor. Truly, I think what has made Arnold so great in multiple spheres, from bodybuilding to making movies to politics, is the guy doesn't give up. He works really hard and overcomes adversity and expects it. And he takes a lot of his lessons from the bodybuilding world and in the gym, where failure is built into the plan. You don't get stronger until you reach failure in a certain muscle group, and then you build back stronger. And once you have that mindset, then it's not total defeat. Failure isn't fatal unless you quit. Just keep going. And I love this from Arnold's book on the subject of failure. He says, failure is actually the beginning of measurable success, because failure is only possible in situations where you've tried to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. You can't fail when you don't try. In that sense, failure is kind of like a progress report on your path to purpose. It shows you how far you've come, and it reminds you how far you still have to go and what you have to work on to get there. It's an opportunity to learn from your mistakes, to evolve your approach, and to come back better than ever. Love that. Man, failure is just feedback. It knows that you're on the journey, so don't give up. Keep that perseverance. And if I can be a little bit of encouragement to you, reach out, nextsimplestep.com, or I'm Paul J. Goldsmith on X and Instagram. I'm here. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm not giving up, and I encourage you to not give up either. In the meantime, get some sun, go for a run, and have fun. I'll talk to you next time on the Next Simple Step Podcast.